to take you, sneak up from behind. Is it me you say you're looking for? Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Hey! Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. Trying to reach inside of me, trying to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of.
Tails found himself inside a huge lobby. It was somehow familiar, but he couldn't figure out why. He noticed an old-fashioned writing machine.
I did not know the word for typewriter, apparently.
Yes. He slowly approached it and picked up the fine piece, as in harmony and peace,
World peace.
of paper that was inside of it. He read, as in the color red, the paper, and to his utter horror, he saw only one phrase written on it.
Oh no.
Constantly repeated. Again, and again, and again.
I cannot believe this reference, of all references, is here.
Without Cosmo and his beloved parents, Tails goes insane.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh yes! Oh yes!
There were other papers nearby, and each and every one of them
Here's Jack!
line written on thousands of papers. What was the meaning of that? Then the Vulpine turned his head and saw himself, or better, a deranged psychopath, and deadly axe in hands, versions of himself. It looked at him with a crazy eyes before yelling.
Honey, I'm home!
It's an episode of dinosaurs, apparently.
It was about to murder Tails when a sudden light came out of nowhere and got rid of it. Well, that was a bit of a non-issue.
Princess Luna? Is that you?
The kitsune covered his eyes for a moment. Then he reopened them, and he saw his angel, his one and only love, his Cosmo.
His whole entire universe.
Who was Cosmo again?
You have this beautiful, fragile girl voice.
Hello, Tails, she said, looking gorgeous as always with her big blue eyes and delicate leaf hair. Oh.
No.
Cosmo, it's really you. You're not the Void, are you?
Oh, that's the twist all along! Cosmo was really Void in drag! Gosh. Wouldn't that be a twist?
Oh, you. Of course I am, silly, she replied, giggling in a cute way. Tails couldn't contain his tears anymore.
Cosmo!
Is ready to explode!
He hugged her tightly without any intentions in letting her go.
Never gonna give you up.
You
Never gonna let you go.
down.
I thought you were dead.
He sobbed between tears. She hugged him back, caressing him and consoling him like a mother with her son.
Again with the
You
mother
and mother's
analogies!
son.
I hate them so much!
What's it with the mother analogy with you?
I don't know!
This mentions Mother more than Metroid Other M.
No, please. Not even my writing is as ham-fisted as that game's.
I hadn't played that, but I've heard stuff.
I mean, the game itself is good, but the story is atrocious.
I didn't die back there, Tails. As incredible as it could be. I used Chaos Control to teleport myself into another dimension, along with that missile.
Which then had to explode, so
She reassured, I ended up in this dark and crystallized place where, strangely enough, that thing didn't explode.
Oh, yes, I just remember why.
Now the Vulpine seemed confused, as much as the readers were.
Okay, so, yes, this little nugget here. So, have you guys noticed that this, of all the stories in the Tales saga that I have written so far, is the most, shall we say, dreamscapey of the lot? Esoteric, surrealist, if you will?
I have noticed maybe a tiny
There are
bit.
so many dreams, so many premonitions.
Oh, so Cosmos isn't actually alive. Tales is fantasy.
No, she is quite alive, actually. She literally is trapped somewhere in a crystallized form.
Of course.
And the missile is there too, inexplicably.
It didn't explode? How?
Asked the famous rational part of the
The one that has never shown itself so far, you mean?
Oh yeah. Cosmo released the embrace and frowned. I believe it's the doing of my roommate.
Roommates! Tomorrow night on CBS. Roommate? Really?
Roommate?
Couldn't you really think of something more cooler?
I mean, I guess...
I would have used the word companion.
By definition, it's not a companion, it's someone that's inhabiting the same space she is in. So roommate is more appropriate.
But it doesn't sound cool.
It doesn't sound cool, but then again, this is Cosmos speaking, not Shadow, where everything he says is edgy and cool.
And now, Cosmos's face was showing genuine fear.
My roommate refuses to pay rent!
Tails, you have to listen to me. We only have a few minutes before he would find us.
Yes, before the landlord would kick us out of our apartment.
Because my roommate broke the water faucet.
Also, my roommate is a vampire.
Who's he? Eggman? Void?
Hypothesized the fox cub. Neither the madman nor my son. She hinted some distress in the last word.
Then who?
Insisted the now impatient Vulpine. The Cedrian took a moment to collect her thoughts. An ancient evil, way more powerful and dangerous than the Doctor will ever be. And if he will be liberated from his prison, for all us, will be a catastrophe. Tails gulped.
Glunk?
His plan has already begun, and he ensured himself my son's services. Ew, and some Chaos Emerald too. You must stop him before it's too late.
Thank you, quest lady.
She continued.
Just who is this guy?
A patent sorcerer.
A potent.
Oh, a potent. I for some reason thought it was an A just because of the way it's shaped.
Now, he is a powerful sorcerer, we get it. Is he a patented sorcerer, though?
Does he have a license? Okay. A potent sorcerer with powers great enough to bend reality itself at his pleasure. His name is Ixis Naugus.
Dun, 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 dun.
She said solemnly.
Ictus bogus?
That's just the reply I expect from Cosmo with the ellipses there afterwards.
Okay, so as you can see, I am the first one to make fun of that name. Ictus bogus, he replied, and then ellipsis. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh
What
boy.
does Ixis Nogus mean?
I have no
It's just-
idea.
It's just the name of the villain that sounds cool about it.
I check if it's Latin.
Oh wow, you're actually going to check its Latin?
I'll let him do that. It's his life
Okay.
he's throwing away. Oh no, I've seen the first sentence of the new paragraph, and I hate it so much already.
Go on, read your garbage.
What is the correct definition of the word nemesis? Does anybody stop a moment to reflect on this? I shall devolve the next paragraph and a half to explain to you the Greek origins of the word nemesis until its modern significance.
Well, that's one way to waste everyone's time, yes.
It's a term that descended from ancient Greek. I was joking! I was joking! I actually wrote this!
I took this from Google, the definition.
It happened to be the name of a half-goddess whose job was to bring revenge over the disrespectful mortals who dare to defy the Olympian god's rules. Her name meant vendetta. During the course of ages, this interesting word assumed another signification.
I thought you said syndication at first.
No, signification, which is not a real word. Nemesis is a once perfect opposite and, for that reason, the perfect enemy. Then why did I waste time explaining its Greek origins? That's useless information! And in that moment, Blaze the cat had him right in front of her. Her opposite, her worst enemy, the one who, ironically enough, was looking for violent revenge. Oh, I see, that's why I explained it. Also, it's not irony! The one she once loved, and still loved, for that matter. He was staring at her with his eager yellow eyes, evilly smirking, already tasting his imminent triumph.
Interesting tidbit about Ixis Naugus. I let Google to... It wasn't Latin, I let Google to recognize the language, and it is actually Latvian, means Ix adorable.
What?
What?
Yeah, it recognized the language as Latvia, and apparently Naugus is adorable in Latvian language.
Naugus means adorable in Latvian.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
This is the best day of my life. So, and what does Ixis mean?
Couldn't translate it.
So his
a shame.
actual name is Ixis Adorable.
Isn't it so adorable?
Although, if you write it Nagus instead of Naugus, then it's nails. From Lithuanian?
This Ixis Naugus name is a rabbit hole in its own right. I was not expecting we would dedicate so much time on it. Ixis Adorable, it's his name now. I love this so much. I mean, if you weren't inclined to take seriously this new villain, now you're less than ever inclined to do so.
Even though I'll still be giving him the scene-eating voice.
Yes, it is I, Ixis Adorable! Okay. She was, to use an euphemism, tremendously terrified, panicked, and overall scared. She knew why he was here. She could feel it in her soul. The ellipsis, squirming. And she could see it in his wanton gaze. There were a lot of things she wanted to say to him. So many questions. One in particular. How did he survive? She hadn't, however, the material time to ask it, since she had to avoid a lethal psychokinetic energy wave that took out a few trees in the process. Wow, this escalated quickly!
I guess Silver was kind of like that in Sonic 06. He just...
It's no use!
Sonic must be the trigger. Let's kill him.
It's no use! You're done hiding, cursed Bakeneto! For the future of the world, I will destroy you! The fanatic Silver Hedgehog yelled, showing a fair level of madness in doing so. Another shot of energy was launched from the glowing symbol on the palm of his hand, which we established is no symbol in particular, narrowly missing the agile cat who, by now, was struggling for her life, while still panicking. "I've been waiting for this moment for 2 long years!" he cried, still looking mad.
Silver, please wait.
She cried as well, trying to reason with him. Don't you dare talk to me! You will die here, Bakeneko! Trigger.
Yeah, don't you dare try and talk to me like you're some human being. Wait.
Again, he used that word. He called her Bakeneko, the name of the legendary monster cat of flames. That hurt her a lot, and what was worst was that she agreed with him. She's been the one whose birth was cursed by the flames of disaster. She's been the one who burned down her own city because of her weakness. She's the one who took all those lives. And she's the one who ruined the Silver Hedgehog's life. In her mind, he had all the rights to claim revenge. She suddenly stopped moving and stood still, a frowned expression on her face. Silver was a little taken aback by this. This battle wasn't anywhere near he had imagined it.
Oh, I really booked this as me looking strong and everything, and she would fight back. Damn it! My fantasy booking is ruined.
After all these years, after all that we said together, that is all you have to say.
I'm sorry, what? The last few sentences, you were just realizing that he was right and you felt bad. By the way you're responding to him, it seems like your thought process is wildly different from everything else the narrator has informed us.
Yes, you can go screw yourself, narrator. I'm doing my own thing now.
Well, might as well, really. She put on a sad smile and continued.
I've missed you, Silver, in ways you can't even think. I mean, everyone else is banging, why shouldn't we?
No one is doing anything! The male seemed interested in her speech.
Too interested.
I used to love you, as a matter of fact, I still do. But I understand that what I've done 2 years ago is unforgivable. I, myself, didn't forgive me for my actions, even if I didn't do it on purpose.
I'm sorry, are we talking to Blaze or GLaDOS? The intonation of the delivery sounds like as if it's like
Extremely condescending.
So far I've played Blaze as this kind of don't care kind of character.
Yeah, you sound so condescending. I love it. She took a deep breath, and then she looked Silver dead in the eye. The hedgehog stared back.
Do what you have to do, and leave.
She solemnly muttered, sitting on the grassy ground and crossing her legs. She closed her eyes, expecting a deadly shot to put an end at her miseries. What she received instead killed her in more ways than physical. Oh, but she did kill her, I guess. Laughter. He was laughing at her, hysterically, madly, evilly, subtly. Laughter. She was speechless. Her eyes widened. Again, laughter. We get it! Get on with it! And he laughed and laughed and laughed until his delighted expression turned into a genuinely evil one. Heh! You're so pathetic! You know that? He replied with a grin, showing her his sharp teeth. He has sharp teeth. I like to think he has been filing his teeth to look like shark's teeth.
I tried to book myself with this new gimmick of being a madman.
We already have Shark Boy. Anyway, Blaze was mouth agape, shock quite visible. And to think that I was expecting you to be a worthy opponent! I've been training for 2 damn years for this! He yelled in rage. The cat was still silent, too astonished to talk back. Did you really think that I would have spared you if you acted like a martyr? Ha! That's freaking hilarious! You're the cursed Bakeneko, the messenger of the apocalypse! You have no soul! It's no use! he boldly remarked. Yes.
I hate Silver.
Yes, everybody does.
I hate this version of Silver. The other one is not very insulting.
I mean, the other one is such a non-entity to begin with, it cannot even be insulting. A peculiar cracking sound could be heard in the fragile peace of the forest. It was Blaze's heart. Oh! He continued. Your only existence is a sin. I should have killed you a long time ago, Queen Blaze. The way he pronounced her former regal name was voluntarily ironic. She was shaking. Not in fear. She was crying for fear. It doesn't matter how. I shall put an end at your sinful life, right here and now. I am the true chosen one of the gods, not you. He finished. That was it. Okay, bye. Fiction is over. She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe that this freak was the same person that she romantically depicted as her charming prince. She couldn't believe she was in love with this fanatic jerk.
Wait, he thinks he's now some kind of messiah? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Most of all, she couldn't believe that she almost dropped her life. For him?
You.
What?
You bastard! You're nothing more than brainless douchebag!
For some reason, she just loved that insult. I blame Knuckles.
Yes.
His face was unreadable. Blaze's face, however, was the portrait of anger, and her eyes were literally burning. Oh gosh, my eyes are burning! Again, where is the clear water?
Get the good like fine water!
Oh no, wait, it's gasoline! Oh, this is even worse now!
I've just realized something.
She continued saying, calmly this time.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I am the Bageneko, the cursed demon of fire. Maybe this world could be a better place without me. Maybe I deserve to die for my actions. But
Her tail started to burn.
if I let myself to get killed
Fireballs in hands.
by a fanatic fucker like you,
And her feet were now blazing.
then all my life would have really been pointless.
She was now ready for him. He seemed amused. Yes, that's how I wanted it. Let's fight, Demon of Flames. Is this a JoJo battle all of a sudden?
My name is Blaze!
And the fight began.
Silver and Blaze are like posing over dramatically in like as if they're on the
is full of spit.
Yes, I am not surprised.
posing like they're on the cover of some manly magazine.
Immediately, Silver used his telekinesis to grab some of the trees around. Then he launched them toward the feline, the flaming feline. She grinned and with a simple movement of her hand, reduced the trees to ashes. Oh, this is getting good. They went for a close quarters combat. Blaze shot some of her fireballs to Silver, who shielded himself with his psychic powers. He responded to the fire with his energy beams. The cat shielded herself with a wall of fire that came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure it came out of somewhere. They repeated this action for a few times before realizing that they were evenly matched. They paused in the middle of the battlefield, which, for some reason, became larger over the past minutes. Less trees and more dust.
Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. You two are gonna stand in there in the middle of that rig and stare at each other.
The two of them were breathing heavily, trying to recover faster than the other. We're having a Dragon Ball Z middle of the episode moment, I see. The two enemies, the two opposites.
What's so funny, Silver?
Oh, nothing. I'm just about to win! It's no use!
Are you 10 years old again, Silver?
He yelled before disappearing into nothingness. she wasn't expecting this. Or the sudden kick in the stomach, for that matter. He reappeared right in front of her, with a diabolical smirk on his face, and a blue-colored gem in one hand. Oh, I see.
Oh dear.
Oh, this is bad. She slowly and painfully rose from the ground, spitted some blood from her mouth, and gave a good look at the sadly familiar jewel.
That's a Chaos Emerald.
She muttered, not quite under her breath. His smile grew even bigger. Indeed, my dear flaming beast, this jewel has been within my family for generations. Really? Really?
That's convenient.
That's extremely convenient, Goku. I personally inherited from my father, you know, but it seems that only I can properly utilize its powers. Guess I must be the chosen being from the legends, the chosen one from natural selection, the first element of a whole new race! Oh god.
Oh, wow. This guy is a nut job in this fanfiction.
No, actually, that's all established lore from the beginning.
Yeah, but still.
Is it ever explained in the official lore where those Chaos Emeralds came from?
It will eventually. Ah, you mean the official lore? No, 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 not at all.
Of course not.
The legends the hedgehog was talking about were the ones that said that only the first being— Oh my god! He just literally explained it! Of a specific race who showed physical or mental changes caused by the doing of natural selection, yada yada yada, could claim the true power of the Chaos Emeralds, etc, etc. In other words, the being must be chosen by Chaos and nature themselves, or the gods, in the maniacal silver— I don't care. That's what the legends say. A lot of mumbling.
So Silver thinks he's the ultimate life form.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
We all know that ultimate life force is a freaking space lizard.
We shall not talk about that. As soon as I kill you, Bakeneko Trigger, I will turn all the hedgehog females in Mobius into mothers for my future children!
What?
And then my superior genes shall be spread all over the world. My perfect race will rule this planet. It's no use resisting my semen.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not. It's not.
I wonder if Madhog even remembered this. I don't think he remembered this.
Yeah.
This is just complete madness. I mean, considering that there's also a mother's being a theme of this thing.
How can someone forget something like this?
I'm back.
Yeah, we were just talking about, your mother issues.
I don't know to have mommy issues. Damn it.
Although that perfect race will not be perfect for long, because eventually they are forced to do incesty if they want to keep their race going on.
You know this whole mother leitmotif that
Yes.
it has become accidentally a leitmotif in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
So, oh my god. I believe it is clear at this point that I really wanted to make Silver as unredeemable as possible.
Yeah.
My gosh. Can't believe this is a thing that I wrote. This is the most hilarious stupidity. Oh.
I can only dream I could write something this stupid.
Yes, you can learn from the best.
And I thought my fanfiction was dumb.
That's what happens when you are ambitious, but you're also terribly misguided.
Yeah.
Blaze turned her head in utter disgust And so did everyone listening to this.
Oh my god, that is the most revolting thing I've ever heard. To think that I used to love you. Ew, I gotta throw up now. Thanks a lot. Blah.
Shut up, you lesser being, and feel my wrath! My god, he raised his blue emerald for an emphatic effect. Not so fast, pal! What? A blur came out of from nowhere.
Oh my god! RKO! Out of nowhere!
You know, I have never been so happy to see Sonic kicking the
I'm
cycle.
adding production value by adding music.
Yes, thank you.
Keep reading.
Are you quite done?
That was the background music. You're supposed to talk while I'm doing.
Kicking the cycle hedgehog square in his chest in a perfect DC Sparta style. The silver one ended up hitting a tree. And now he was furious. The smirking blue hedgehog in front of him just raised his middle finger in a typical taunting fashion. How dare you defy me, you pest! Cried the irate would-be gene spreader Yuck.
Even the narrator is disgusted by his presence in the story.
Yes, I actually wrote Yuck afterwards.
He's going to spread his genes on yaks?
Yeah.
No, Marty, no! What have I done?
Wait, does it count as bestiality if...
No. He was about to launch some of his psychic spears when a shuriken found its way into his shoulder. Ah! Who's the miserable worm who did this? Ah!
Yeah, I'm so useless.
The silhouette of a chameleon suddenly appeared on the left side of Sonic. It's me, the chameleon! I mean, it was Espio. Tusk, 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 tusk. A cool party like this, and we hadn't been invited? I feel quite offended. Again, Sonic put on his fake British accent. I demand satisfaction, sir. Espio smirked too, ninja stars in hand, eager to impale the newcomer. Blaze couldn't find the words to describe her surprise. I can. What the actual hell is going on here? She just stood there, staring. Silver, on the other hand, I'll send you both to... He yelled, even more crazed now, if possible, before launching them all the psychic arrows he could manage. They both easily avoided them while reducing their distance from their silverish target. When he was sufficiently near, Sonic did something no one was expecting. He ran away from the story. He rose in midair, curled into a ball, and performed a homing attack.
Yeah!
Etc. Neither Blaze nor Hespio could believe this. They thought that only Shadow could do such a move. Apparently they were wrong. The flying pinhead attack missed a bewildered Silver only by inches and took off a few trees instead. The Psychic Fanatic, that's a great nickname, could move out just in the nick of time, or at least the grand part of him. The metal hedgehog exited from his rolling position, holding an unexpected trophy in his hand, a bloody trophy. He smirked while showing to a bewildered Silver his severed left arm.
Wow, what force he had to go to get that arm off.
Also, accidentally, severed arms is a leitmotif in between this story and our D&D campaign. The crazed hog looked down where his arm was supposed to be, only to find out that it was missing. And now I'm armed and dangerous, sadistically joked the fake-skinned cobalt hedgehog.
Well, okay, that was kind of funny.
It really was. It was in character, and therefore it was not. Espio gave him a satisfying look, while Blaze was feeling a little sick. Again, it's the second time today. For the bad joke, not for the cut-off arm. Sympathetic. At this point, Silver had definitely surpassed the proverbial boiling point.
I'd like to image that Silver's reaction to losing his arms was similar to how Turtle reacted in Battlefield Earth when losing his arm.
And how did he react? I don't remember.
Where is it?
You did just turn me into a freak! I beg your pardon, Sir Freaks-a-Lot, he ironically replied.
Well, he is freaking out.
Then Silver's eyes became red. Not a good sign. He still had his emerald in the other arm. A strange red aura surrounded his body, which was absorbing the gem's power. A sudden fear came into the metal brain of Sonic, and immediately yelled to the others, "Take cover! He's gonna blow!" I mean, he already kind of blows, but he's gonna blow even more!
Hide the mothers, quick!
No, I mean, he sucks.
He's going to blow literally, not metaphorically.
But it was already late.
And it's not about sex.
Silver's body changed color from white to red-white, releasing some dark electric thunders. Then he finally screamed the damned line. KO! Looking at the watch. Blast! A gigantic explosion of red energy engulfed the entire battlefield, leaving no room for hiding places. Are you eating?
No. Wait, Matti?
No, just I bit my lip or something.
Oh.
Blaze was about to be assimilated by the blasting energy when... Out of way, sex stuff! Out of way, sex stuff? What?
What?
Out way, sex stuff, yelled the obnoxious voice of a certain would-be lady killer, right before pushing the cat far away at the very last second, taking the blast for her.
Sonic!
She cried, but to no avail. After a few short seconds, it was all over. This reminds me a lot of that Goku-Vegeta fight in Dragon Ball Z. And there they were, a one-armed hedgehog, drained and exhausted, but still standing strong, grinning. Well, you know, Devar, you can say anything about this version of Silver, and you most likely will, but at least I did not make him a complete weenie when it comes to fighting.
Well, yeah.
I basically turned him into Magneto. Welcome to die, Iblis Trigger! It's no use! A purple chameleon ninja, half burnt alive, but somehow still breathing, and a roboticized courageous comrade. Say that 3 times in a row, lying on the ground nearby a shocked Blaze, with a big hole where his stomach was supposed to be. Again, it came the laughter. Ha 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 ha! Did he really think he could stop me? I am the chosen one! Chosen one!
I'm coming! For your mother!
For all the mothers.
Yep, Sonic is dead.
You wish, cried in victory the demented gene spreader. Why did I say this again? Yes, he laughed for the very last time.
That's an insult I'm going to use someday. You demented gene spreader.
Oh my god. The cat girl was on her knees. Tears were descending from her eyes. Tears of sadness. Tears of remorse. Tears of burning rage.
Thank you, fool.
She started speaking with a voice that didn't belong to her. You might want to rearrange your tone for that.
Thank you, fool.
Many different voices, as a matter of fact. Her nemesis stared at her in amazement and fear. He knew what that meant. Oh yes, she is not supposed to show emotions, remember? And
Yes.
just too late, he realized his fatal mistake. The one once known as Blaze continued to talk.
It's been too long since our last outburst, and thanks to you, the flames of disaster are free once again. Let us bring this world into its blazing end.
Wow, good job, Gene Spreader. And for the first time since the Soliana incident and the microphone incident, apparently.
Yeah, I'm just wiping spit out of my...
The foam part of your microphone.
Yeah, that.
Fascinating. The flames were in control. The Bakeniko has been unleashed. Buy Blaze Unleashed!
Beacon Echoes for sale! $2 for one!
Thank God that's over with.
This chapter was a mirabolant misadventure of malady.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to say to it.
This was glorious. So stupid. Oh my god, everything to do with Silver is so ill-conceived and ill-begotten. It cannot be anything but absolutely hysterical. He's the most cartoonishly over-the-top moron I've ever put in any story I've written.
I mean, it's obvious that you didn't really think highly of Silver.
At least I gave him some, form of personality. A really terrible one, but it's still better than what he had originally, which is nothing really.
And that haven't been fixed by the later games, I presume.
No.
Hey guys, I'm still here. Oh gosh, Silver again.
Why are you in Sonic Forces? And if you're there, why no Blaze the Cat?
Blaze the Cat was the only good character in Sonic 06.
I mean, Mephiles was quite entertaining.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mephiles had some good concept, but
No, I mean,
it
it was so dumb and yet so edgy. It was funny. Basically what Infinite is now.
Perfect Sonic formula for edgelords.
Yes, and also, much like Mephiles, Infinite has a direct connection with Shadow the Hedgehog that never comes up in the main story. It's all in the DLC, which is supposed to be a prequel. But it really doesn't do anything of note.
Yeah, from what I've gathered, Sonic Forces is just like an homage to all fanfictions.
It is, and I like it for that. The third act actually features the entire army of Mobians fighting against all those evil clones generated by Infinite in an epic Lord of the Rings meets X-Men battle. It's amazing! I'm so happy that that's a thing! And also, to my surprise, Infinite is not the final boss.
Huh.
No, Eggman is. In a really cool 3-round battle with his greatest and latest robotic creation.
Yeah, it has been a recurring trend that Eggman has been an actually competent villain ever since Colors.
That's incredibly surprising to me, considering that the game actually foreshadowed, and I do mean made it abundantly obvious that Infinite was going to betray the Doctor at some point, but they did not follow up with that. Instead, they had Infinite beaten before Eggman. Which, again, it's weird considering all the hype that was given to this character.
Oh yeah, spoilers by the way, in case someone cares.
Anyway, so thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been Chapter 4, and we have one last chapter to go. One long chapter to go before the end of Blaze and Silver. Oh boy, I cannot wait to see how much worse this can get, somehow.
Yeah, I mean, how else is it gonna get worse for the Gene Spreader?
The Gene Spreader, oh my freaking chaos.
Oh, Oh yeah, Mephiles is doing some gene spreading do, right?
Oh no!
Everyone gets the new gene spreader. It butters your toast.
Actually, come to think of it, Gene Spreader sounds like the name of a Ninja Turtles villain.
Oh no! I will spread my genes over April O'Neil.
I'm the Gene Spreader. Jeez.
The gene spreader strikes again.
I feel unclean.
I feel like I need bleach. I'm leaving now. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
I'm the chosen one! It's no use! Behold, my genes!
Oh no, my genes! They're spreading everywhere!